Hey, it's your boy J Ray back with another video, back with another live stream, and we're doing this again for the fourth time because apparently YouTube going live on my iPhone 8, YouTube does not like it or enjoys me doing it for some reason. So I'm sitting here using my Google Nexus 6. So if it happens on this one, then I'm going to go back, I'm going to run back, get the iPhone 8, and I'm going to try it on cellular. But as always, I'm your boy Sub-Zero J Ray. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being here. There's been a lot of stuff going on, guys. A lot of stuff going on. We got the Huawei Mate 10 that was announced and the Porsche Design Edition. We have stuff coming out for the Google Pixel 2, reviews, people, pre-orders going live and stuff like that. We have the iPhone 10 that's about to drop here soon. Oh, and we had the ZTE event today. So, as always, guys, let's get into this. Okay, so first off, let's talk about that the dual display ZTE phone. This thing has two 5-inch displays on it, 5-inch plus. I don't know the exact measurements, but it has two 5-inch displays on it that you can fold out. Now, one of the problems that one of the reviewers mentioned was talking about on the ZTE, when you fold out the display, and it was Mr. Mobile. If you get a chance, go and check out Mr. Mobile. He's a great YouTuber. I really enjoy listening to him and how he reviews stuff. But anyway, he was talking about, and I noticed it, that when you fold up the display to use both screens, you still have that center, like a center line going through it. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining. You still have the center line going through it, so it's not like the whole display is moldable. I was thinking they were going to use like a foldable display that LG and Samsung have kind of been harping on, you know, especially since LG come out with the wallpaper TV. If you haven't seen that, you need to check that out because that thing is super thin. Super thin. So thin, I want one because the picture is so good. But anyway, so I would figure that ZTE would use that kind of technology to make this dual foldable phone. They're also running Android Nougat. They're running an 831 processor, Snapdragon processor through it. It's got a little over 3,000 milliamp battery in it, which ain't bad. But with the dual screen, with the dual display phone, that's going to eat up some battery life. That's going to eat up a lot of battery life, as a matter of fact. Especially if you're using the dual screens quite a bit. I mean, even on my iPhone 8, if I'm watching videos, if I'm watching a lot of YouTube videos, and especially where I'm at work, you got to think about this. How strong is your signal? If your signal's not very strong, even if it's LTE, if you're getting about 1 or 2 bars of LTE service, then no matter what phone you have, it's going to struggle. It's going to struggle trying to upload the video and trying to watch the video. So therefore, your phone's going to stay on. The screen's going to stay on. And especially if you're like me, I have adaptive brightness on. So when there's a light shining straight down on my phone while I'm trying to watch this video, the screen's at maximum brightness, right? So now, not only is my content trying to load from YouTube, the screen's all the way bright. And then, if it does load, it'll play like a little bit at a time. So even my iPhone 8 Plus, today I came home and I was about at 35% battery. Now you got to remember that I have been on my phone since 5 a.m. this morning and I still have 5% battery. So now I can only imagine if my iPhone 8 Plus was dual screen and I'm trying to watch a YouTube video and the signal's not very good and maximum brightness, you know, is all the way turned up. That 300 milliamp battery is not really going to last me throughout the whole day, especially if I'm consuming a lot of media on it. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining. So if I'm consuming a lot of media on my phone, which most of us tech heads, we're consuming a lot of media. We're on Facebook, we're on Snapchat, we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube, we're watching other YouTubers, we're looking at tech news, we're looking at regular news, we're chatting with family, we're FaceTiming family. You know, there's quite a bit that we do. I stream music, especially where I'm at, because it helps me stay focused, right? So I'm listening to Christian radio stations, I'm listening to Christian rap, I'm listening, you know, to tech music, I'm listening to just some chill music, stuff like that. So I listen to a lot of different stuff. But point being is that it's not downloaded on my phone. I'm streaming it. All my music I stream. I do not download music to my phone anymore because of storage space, and I have unlimited data. Hey Jason, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining, man. I greatly appreciate it. So I'm streaming a lot of content. So with the ZTE with the dual screen, how long do you think a little over 300 milliamp battery is gonna last? I mean, when we're talking about consuming all this media, when we're talking about doing all this, and then you just added a second screen, and they're saying, yeah, they're gonna work on getting it Android O, and they're working on getting certain things, you know, doing certain things for the phone, that it's not the final pre-production software. Oh, okay, no problem. Oh, Winston-Salem. Hey, man, that's an awesome place for Halloween. I'm thinking of Sleepy Hollow, by the way. Winston-Salem, for a lot of you guys that are into history, Winston-Salem was the place where they had the Salem witch trials back in the 1600s of America. And there was a lot of people. There was a lot of people that was accused. There was a lot of people that were executed and tried for being witches and stuff like that. But anyway, sidebar. But that's just something I really like, that I think is really cool. I like history. So anyway, so you know, with the ZTE being dual screen, I mean, the concept's cool, but I think practicality wise, I don't think it's a good idea. I mean, because now we have phones that are, hey, what's up, Reggie? Thank you so much, History Tuesday. Yeah, I can definitely talk about that. That is true. But you know, with ZTE, with it, the concept's cool, but I think the execution of it is and I know it's not the final product. I really do. And I don't want to dog on ZTE because this is really the first that I've seen. You know, I haven't had hands-on with it. I haven't played around with the software. I haven't done anything like that, you know. But yeah, see that, and I agree with that. Jason says they should have put all that effort into a single bezel-less screen phone. And I agree with that, and that's what I was fixing to say. I think when you look at what Samsung did with the Galaxy Note 8, with the Galaxy S8 Plus, when you look at what iPhone 10 is coming out with 6-inch plus OLED screen, when you look at the iPhone 8, you know, how can you go from an Axon 7? Oh, yeah, definitely. Axon 7 was nice. And then you just kind of fall off from there, you know. But when you look at what the iPhone 10 is doing, when you look at what the Google Pixel 2 XL has done, when you look at what the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 has done, they're really upping the bar. They're really setting the standard as to what people want out of their phones. You know, now granted, I did get an iPhone 8 Plus, but at the same time, you know, yes, it's the same design. Yes, it's the same size screen, but there is enough with the new processor, with the new software tweaks, with the glass back, with the wireless charging. I mean, Apple took the i7, the iPhone 7 Plus, and I guess made it an iPhone 7 Plus Plus. You know, I mean, they did just enough to differentiate it. You know, in my opinion, yeah, it's still iPhone. It's still typical iPhone, but still. ZTE, instead of trying to focus on what I consider a gimmick, in that, okay, it's a foldable display. We have seen foldable displays before, but they never really came into fruition, you know, for obvious reasons, you know, because looking at the ZTE, it kind of reminded me of a Nintendo Game Boy XL, you know, with the clamshell design and everything. Now, if they would have used the same bendable screen technology that LG and Samsung was advertising, that would have been really, really cool with the foldable screen. That way you don't have a division right down the middle. And if it would have came with the updated software. Yeah, now I agree with you, Reggie. It is cool that they're trying something different. I just think, personally, I think they could have polished it a little bit better. I think the fit and finish could have been a lot better than being a black slab, I guess, if that makes sense. Now, what I think would have been cool was that if you had a 5-inch screen on the outside, right? You had a 5-inch screen on the outside. Now, if you needed a bigger screen, or if you needed something a little bit bigger because you're wanting to watch YouTube, you're wanting to watch a movie, you're on a flight, then why not, okay, if this is your phone right here, right, and you got a 5-inch screen on the front, why didn't they have it to where you had the foldable screen technology on the inside? You unlocked it and it opened up like this. Automatic landscape mode with the foldable display, so that way you don't see the gap. You just have one solid screen over there, right? So that's kind of what I'm thinking, and it does take a lot of money, you know, to invest in that technology. It does take money to get the technology and the design and stuff like that, to implement everything. But I think that would have been a little bit better than having a screen on the front and a screen on the back. I think if you're going to clamshell it, at least have it open up in landscape mode, and then you can do whatever you need to with it in order to say, hey, look, you know, we do have a phone. It is a foldable display, but you've got your regular phone on the outside. When you open it up, there's not a divider in it. There's not a midsection or anything. It's just one fluid screen. I think that would have been really cool. And then, you know, they could have even marketed it. They could have even marketed it and saying, hey, look, you fold it out. We got a fabric keyboard or whatever. It locks right into place when you got it folded out, and you got a mini computer right there if you need to type up an email, if you need to do some web browsing or anything like that. You can use any Bluetooth keyboard with it, any Bluetooth mouse, anything like that. I think that would have been really, really cool had they done that. But we'll just have to see. Like it was said, it was a prototype. It was just kind of something to get out there and get people's attention and kind of gauge if people liked it or not, to kind of pique their interest and say, hey man, that's really cool, or hey man, that's crap. You know, I mean, now shouts out to ZTE for doing it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, thumbs up for doing it, ZTE. I ain't mad at you. I mean, you're trying to set yourself apart, and also you got to remember with that, it came with dual speakers. So I mean, hey, a lot of phones are not doing that anymore. You know, everybody else is going a different design, and you want to be bold and you want to be unique. And you know what? Hey man, I ain't mad at you. Shouts out to you. Now, let's get into something else. And why is everything turning yellow? Huh. Y'all know me, man. When I'm talking 90 miles a minute, whoo, that throat will get parched. I got to give me some relief. Shoo. So, let's talk about the Pixel 2. Now, the Pixel 2 was announced and released, and there's a lot of YouTubers that are releasing their initial impressions, unboxing videos, camera samples, stuff like that. Let's see. Hey, Phone Tech, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Pixel 2. Here are my thoughts on it. Now, I have not owned the Pixel 2. I do not own the Pixel 2, or anything like that. But I do want to give my thoughts on it. Okay, cool. I'll try to if I'm able. But thank you. But having a software issue with the V30. Yeah, you know, now guys, for y'all that don't know, oh, thank you, Reggie, thank you. For y'all that don't know, Phone Tech at Work is a great, him and Reggie U, and a lot of guys that come to my channel are YouTubers. If you get a chance, go and check them out. Guys, if you would, in the comments, hit up a link to your subscription, because these guys support me. These guys support me tremendously, so I want to give a shout out and I want to give a big thank you to these guys that are coming through my stream. So if you would, if you're new, drop a like, hit that pound button, hit that subscribe button, and then go and check these other guys out, because these guys are some great YouTubers, great YouTubers. So, Pixel 2. Whew, what can I say? Okay, now, I do own a Nexus 6, which is what I'm using right now to film this live stream with. Now, the Nexus 6 I do enjoy because it's pure Google. It gets all the updates. It gets all the security updates, and it gets it first. Yes. Yeah, Phone Tech. I got demonetized everything. For those of y'all don't know, in the YouTube community, there's a lot of unhappy people, you know, and I'm a sidebar for a minute. In YouTube, there's a lot of YouTube content creators and a lot of YouTube streamers that do this, not just because they love tech or they love the subject that they're talking about, because they love filming videos. They love every aspect of it. And some YouTubers get to where that they can actually make a living off this, and then you have smaller YouTubers like me, like several others that are coming up in the game that are trying, and when you get to a certain level, you know, you start reaping the benefits of all the hard work that you put in. And so there's a lot going on with a lot of people getting demonetized. Now, for me, I work a full-time job. I work sometimes 40-hour a week, sometimes 60-hour-a-week job. So I don't depend on YouTube. So I'm doing this because it's what I like. I like to talk. I like to hang out. I like to talk about technology and video games and stuff like that. Okay. But there's you know, I like to do so much stuff, you know, from talking about history to talking about my relationship with God and how that affects every aspect of my life, to doing tech videos, to doing gaming videos, and stuff like that. So, you know, me being demonetized, that they demonetized my channel, do I hate it? Yeah, I hate it. But at the same time, I'm not dependent on it. So, you know, if you can, reach out to YouTube, call YouTube, tweet on Facebook, on, you know, hit their Facebook page, whatever you got to do, because these guys really need our support, and I need your support, you know, so that way other people, because yes, Casey Neistat is getting demonetized. There is a lot of people getting demonetized. But, you know, there's a lot of people like myself who've seen other people doing videos and was like, man, you know, I really like to game. I really like to talk about this. I really like to do this. You know what? I'm going to do mine. I'm going to do my own video. I'm gonna talk about stuff that I want to talk about. I'm going to game. I'm going to talk about Star Wars. I'm going to talk about Transformers. I'm going to talk about everything that I like. And I know there's somebody out there that just wants to hear me talk. You know, I like tech too. So, you know, for a lot of people, in the YouTube community, we do it because, well, we just like to. We like reaching out and talking to other people that have the same interest, that share the same interest as we do, no matter what that interest is, you know. So, like I said, on this sidebar conversation, reach out to YouTube and just let them know that it's not right, that it's not fair, that, you know, YouTube really needs to change up their process, because they're really making it hard for new content creators to come in through the door. You know, it's basically, it was a wide open gate, the size of a football stadium, you know, and now they done narrowed it down to a itty bitty pinhole, you know. So anyway, V30 for the win. I see you, Forbes. I see you, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very bad connection. Thank you, YouTube. It's probably because I said all that stuff bad about you, but oh well, it is what it is. And very bad connection again. Yay! But now, that being said, let's get into Google Pixel 2. Now, design-wise on the Google Pixel, I prefer, me personally, if I'm going to pick one up, which I am on Project Fi, Google's own cell phone network. If I do pick up the Google Pixel 2, it will be the Google Pixel 2 XL on the Project Fi. Now, man, very bad connection. How do I keep getting a very bad connection? I don't understand it. But, let me move this up a little bit closer. There we go. Yeah, you saw it at the Verizon store? Okay. Now, the Google Pixel XL, yes, it's the screen, you know, may not be the greatest. Oh yeah, they probably are, Reggie. They probably are. The screen on the Google Pixel 2 XL may not be the greatest screen. I believe it's a 1080 panel. But it is that XL2, I believe, is 18:9 ratio, or whatever the new format that everybody's going to. But the thing that I like about the Pixel series is pure Android. I do like pure Android. The fact that you're going to be able to get the latest and greatest software, the fact that you're going to get security updates. Now, it does come with dual speakers up front, which is what a lot of people ask for. Now, the design, and I mean, you know, the Pixel, I mean, it's got quick charging, but look, here's my thing. Don't do the half glass, half metal. I do not like that. I do not think it looks good. We already know the Google Pixel 2 is going to have a really, really good camera. Now, some of the shots I've seen, the Google Pixel 2 looked a little bit washed out compared to the iPhone 8 in the video comparisons. But, there again, all that's subjective, you know. Just about any phone nowadays can take a great photo. I mean, so arguing over DxO marks and DxO crap like that, I don't get into all that. Let's see. Phone Tech says, would you pick up the Google Pixel 2? Would you pick up the Pixel XL2 over the V30? Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. After seeing some of the issues that have arisen. Now, that being said, if LG reaches out and does a lot of updates, you know, to their software, that sends updates to their software and gets it working right, I mean, honestly, the V30's got everything that I want, except for pure Android. That's the only thing that the V30 does not have, is pure Android. If it was rocking pure Android, I could see it. No brainer. Definitely, it's got wireless charging. It's got dual speakers. It's got fast charging. It's got a great camera. It's got a big battery in it. You know, I mean, definitely. I don't have if the software, if Samsung, I mean not Samsung, I'm sorry, if LG would stand by their products, would stand by, and I'm specifically talking about their phones, would back their phones up and keep the software updates going and everything, most definitely, most definitely. But they're not, they don't have that, they're not doing that. So I'm